Yeah, right, that's a good time.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you kind of a quick update.
Yes, ma'am. Man of all ages.
Okay, I think the architect is going to speak before the meeting.
Yeah, for the meeting, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I appreciate time. I went ahead and stayed. I know you had just meeting. I'm not really on the formal agenda, but just as an update, one of the exciting things I want to share is that we have scheduled to do a tour of Boyd County High School and GRC in Clark County, the high school and the ATC, for this Friday, the 31st. And so I know it's last minute. Boyd County is going to be back in session, back in school next Wednesday. And so we were trying to get up there and do this before they started classes. So we've got that plan. We sent out an invite to the planning committee. I think you board members have been made aware of that. So again, we'll leave here at 8 o'clock, or you will. I'm going to go ahead and just meet you up at Boyd County, coming over from Lexington. We'll tour there from like 9 to 11. And then we'll go ahead and board the bus and head toward Winchester. And we'll find, depending on the numbers that we have, we'll find a place to grab a sandwich. And then we'll plan on being there in Winchester by 1:30 and do the tour of the high school, and then leave us enough time to also tour the area technology center. Hopefully we'll have some staff or teachers and people from the committee that represent the career and technical here, so we can get them, a chance to see that facility, and then get you all back out of town and back home. So that'll be kind of a kickoff to getting our programming back up and running. Welcome to your new superintendent. I appreciate his helping us in terms of the leadership role to kind of get the committee back together with school getting ready to start again. We want to hit the ground running. We just had a meeting also with Joe Nance, your finance, fiscal agent, and he kind of shared that we really want to try to set as a goal to have bids, okay, for the high school by June 1st, okay, of next year. And that's an important date for him to them having the ability to sell bonds before the end of the fiscal year. And that's what he would like to do. That would guarantee no problem with any source of your funding and stuff like that. So Jim Codell, when Codell was here, your CM, your construction manager, participated in that conversation talking about how to move forward on the site acquisition. So we have a date right there of trying to get a packet of information together for Greg Dunbar at KDE by August the 17th, that Monday, to get that to him so that he could get that on state board. Their packet for state board is needed by August the 24th, the following Monday. So that'll be a big push for him to get that. That was a big concession for him to do that for us within a week and get that on the October state board. And October state board is meeting the 5th and the 6th. I think their regular meeting will be on the 6th. And so we'll be asking for a, waiver from some of the information that's required, particularly in terms of the mineral rights, the coal, and then also potentially for the fact that you may be slightly over your site development cost. They have a 10% cap that they like to see. We've got a $26 million construction, okay, on our BG1, so that'd be 2.6 million, and we're going to be right there. We might be right at 2.4, 2.6 kind of a thing. It just depends on how we go in, and then the total project is the 32, so we really would be under that total project of the 10%. So I'll clarify that with him, because if we're over the 10%, then he would need to go ahead or we would need to request a waiver from state board on the site development cost. Okay, so I'll have additional updates on that as we move forward, but pretty exciting. Ronnie Warwick was here. He's given us additional information. So we're moving forward on trying to get, still waiting on tentative approval from Greg Dunbar. Have sent him a second packet wherever he buried it under his desk. I've seen his desk up there in Frankfurt, so not a big surprise, but so I sent him a second packet, have called him. I appreciate Mr. Ball calling him. Greg let me know, that he was trying to get that to me. I told him I had the meeting today to give you an update, and I don't have anything from him yet, so I'll get back and let him know I had the meeting and that you all beat me up and asked about it. So, so we'll go forward on that. Also was up there early this morning, appreciate Mr. Harless, kind of weathering the sun and the heat. We got up on the roof at Eden, and so we're looking at that and got a couple of real quick recommendations to try to help with some clogged drains that we have up there, downspouts, missing shingles. And we're gonna see, I got a name from Jim Codell. He gave me a shingle man that he knew. And we'll see if we can't get some real quick attention to some maintenance items. And we have identified that everything seems to be, the majority of the leaks seem to be in that center section. So whether it's the admin, boys' restrooms, the media center, and then moving back to the gym area, especially the wall, coming down the wall there, kind of, damaging the gym floor. So we've got a better idea based on your budget of what areas to target in terms of, making some revisions for some long-term kind of changes there in that area of the building. Okay, so we'll give you an update on that at your next regular meeting.
So I know you're the roof specialist. I mean, that's the thing you told me before. What, did you see any, maybe design flaws or anything, the roof up there at Eden? I mean, thinking the school was built, was finished 2003, and it's leaking now.
Right.
Well, shouldn't be leaking. I mean, did anything kind of stick out?
The one thing that I expected to see, which is where the shingle roof comes down and dies behind the high wall, like a parapet wall, and that seemed to be where the roof was really in better shape. I mean, I don't think anything has happened right there in terms of leaking above or on top. What I am convinced is happening is water is getting through the shingles, either up at the ridge vent that's there, or through where shingles have blown off in some very peculiar 3-foot sections. I would tell you that it looks at first, and I haven't done any kind of exploratory by removing any additional shingles, it looks like someone installed the shingles in vertical strips up the roof instead of across the roof in a staggered fashion. And so what's happening is the wind is catching, has caught in like 2 very distinct areas and opened up the shingles, and they've actually peeled off in a 3-foot by about a 4-foot section and just slid down the roof where the wind got it and opened that up.
So they didn't stagger it?
They didn't stagger it like I would have expected. I don't know whether it's a peculiar thing over those dimensional shingles. I've never seen anything quite like it, Mr. Ball. So water's getting in at that location, migrating on top of the felt that's under the shingles, and coming down to a low spot, and then getting in through the metal deck onto a bar joist or onto the beam and traveling to a section, and you can see it's where it's falling off or dripping off, not where the leak is actually occurring, it's downstream of the leak. Okay,
so does it look like a...
Well, we've got a BG1 that's out there for the, I think, 150-some thousand or something construction. So we're going to look at what we can do in those center sections. I think we're talking about needing to replace the shingles over the admin and then over the gym, as far as the 2 areas that probably need the biggest attention. They've got a tarp on the gym floor now for stopping any water that's leaking right there.
Well, any chance this could have been done, back when we had the tornadic winds, you know what I mean? We had tornadoes come through here. And
We need to be careful about this discussion because this is.
Okay. All right, yeah, I know, it's just.
So, yeah,
Not on
but that'll be an update we'll bring to you with your regular meeting in terms of what's going on. And I appreciate the comment I made about the winds. It could be something that would be, I would think it'd be something to investigate with your insurance carrier over any kind of wind damage or storm damage that might would help with the repair cost.
I don't see how you're gonna sue God.
You're insured against,
Wins.
Okay. Any other questions or something like that? Like I said, I just want to give you a quick update. I'm going to head out. So, all right.